Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Now, if you're watching this video, it wasn't by accident, okay? Allah wanted you to watch this video. Now, this video I'm making for the super ambitious people, okay? Not the people who are aiming for 10k a month or 100k a month, whatever. I'm talking to the people who have seriously big visions of achieving really big things. I'm talking like building charities or helping the ummah, or just bigger dreams that are just out of grasp for the average person. Now, for those of you that do have these kind of big ambitions and these kind of big visions of yourself just doing these great things, so stick around, and inshallah this video will be the little push that you actually needed to just go out and start achieving these big things. So why am I only talking to the ambitious people right now? Well, you see, most people who are just aiming for 10k a month, they'll actually never ever achieve 10k a month, okay? And that's because the goals is kind of too small. Now, you might be thinking, what, 10k a month? That's a lot of money. What do you mean that's a small goal? Well, the reason why I say it's small is because it's very average. Like, the average person is aiming to make 10k a month. The average kind of business owner or the kind of entrepreneur or young guy is aiming to make 10k a month, right? And there's no substance behind it, right? It's one of them ones where you only have this goal because other people or society has told you that this is a good goal that you should be aiming for, right? Like, for example, you see the YouTube videos, the Iman Ghazi videos talking about 10k a month and all of that stuff. When in actuality, right, you see all these people that you're actually listening to, they set their goalposts so much further than 10k a month, right? And it's like the famous saying, right? You aim for the stars so you can land on the moon. And I'm a big believer in this. And even if you just think about it logically, right? If you're putting this 10k a month goal on like a massive pedestal, or you're like, this is where your vision is. If you imagine you're right here and the 10k a month goal is right here, right? But you can only see yourself going as far as that 10k a month because that's what you're setting out to do. Whereas if you kind of set the goalpost further and you're aiming to make a mil, 10k a month, you'll blow through the water pretty quickly. Now, especially when you're taking the right kind of actions and you're going at things with the right kind of tenacity as you would if you were aiming for like those 1 mil, like however big those other goals are. Now, I know I'm just talking about money, but this is just not just about money, right? By kind of these big ambitions, it needs to be beyond money, okay? Yeah, you want this money, and yeah, it's kind of cool and stuff, but what does this money actually give you? What can you actually do when you get this money, and why is it that you actually need this money? Why is it that you can't do what you want to do without this money? The kind of idea is, right, is that when you kind of set these big lofty goals that you want to achieve, like building charities, helping people, doing whatever you want, maybe helping animals or whatever, you kind of set the precedence that these are the kind of levels that you should be aiming for. You get what I'm saying? Suddenly 10k a month becomes small. It just becomes part of the process, whereas once upon a time that was your main kind of vision, that was your main kind of driver. So the moral is, guys, just set bigger goals, okay? Be more ambitious, all right? 10k a month is a crap goal. It's not a good goal, okay? From now on, whenever you write down your goals, get rid of 10k a month, okay? Start thinking more. I did a video on this as well. I'll put it up there, although I was more talking about how you should be more output based. It's the same thing, right? Have these bigger goals and then start thinking in more of like an output mindset, start kind of trying to do more, start trying to get more out of life. Now, if you are that person with these big kind of dreams and like you've got really big ambitions that most people just aren't even thinking about, right? One really important thing that, I kind of wish I got told as well is that, Allah would not have put these desires in your heart if He did not think you were capable of achieving them, okay? If you have these kind of big visions of achieving big things, it's up to you to actually fulfill them, okay? Because Allah has already given you that kind of vision to even think that far, Because a lot of people, you got to remember, the average person, they don't think very far ahead, right? The average person's so focused on their job, their career, their family or whatnot. Like, no one is really thinking about these big kind of visions, and it's only a very small subset of people who are actually thinking this far, and it's out of those people that the greats are amongst. You just got to realize that you having these kind of visions, you having these thoughts and having these desires puts you in a different kind of league of people, okay? So from now on, when you start kind of thinking, okay, yeah, I'm getting these desires, but how can I actually make this a reality? What can I do in my day-to-day actions to make this a reality? Because look, guys, I can't even stress it enough, man. Like, not a lot of people are even able to think this far ahead, and not a lot of people do. So the fact that Allah has put in these kind of desires in your mind and these kind of thoughts in your head, right? There's something there, and it's up to you to fulfill that, okay? Because Allah has already set out the plan for you. Allah has already determined what you're going to be able to do and what you're not going to be able to do, and it's just up to you to be able to go and do it. So guys, start chasing over these big ambitions, okay? I cannot stress you enough, if you're one of those people who have these visions of doing big things, okay, it's so important that you just go out there and just get it done. set these big goals, goals that are even too big for you to handle, okay? Set those goals and understand that this is what you're actually working towards. And inshallah, once you actually understand, where you want to get to, and you actually have that kind of full kind of 100% commitment of reaching those goals and achieving those things, then, inshallah it happens. But it all comes from these desires first, okay? Every single great man, Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, they all had these visions and desires. It was up to them to go out and make it happen. And you're in this position right now. So if you want to be great and if you want to do big things, okay, it's up to you to go out and do it, all right? No one's going to come do it for you. No one cares about these big dreams that you have, okay? These dreams could either become fruitful and actually, come into existence, or they can just die with you at the end of your life, okay? And you do not want to be that person who's at the end of their life on their deathbed thinking what could have been. So guys, if Allah has put these big kind of desires and ambitions and goals for you, then it's up to you to go out and make that happen. And I know I was speaking about this in one of my other vlogs as well, right? That all the people that's written for you to help and all the see these visions of you helping people and these visions of you benefiting the ummah, you have an obligation on you to actually go out and make this happen, because these people who, you are imagining giving zakat to, or you're imagining doing charity for or helping, no one else is going to come do it for you. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of contingent on you to actually go out and make this happen for those people and for yourself. So think bigger, guys. It's not just you. It's not just you that's this stuff's gonna, benefit and help. It's all the other people that you're meant to help. It's all the other lives you're meant to touch, and all the other people you're meant to be able to support, your family, distant family, friends of friends, strangers, people across the world. You get what I'm saying? So if you do have these visions of helping these people, guys, just please just go 100% at it, okay? Just go 100% at it, okay? Because no one else is going to do it for you. And, especially as Muslims, we should want to help other people. We should want to help our brothers and sisters. And a lot of us just aren't in positions that we can, and if you do have these visions and you do kind of have these kind of desires, then, it's a sign that you should be one of those people. You should be able to go out and do these things, okay? So what is it that's actually holding you back, and it's just the mind. All right, guys? So once you start thinking bigger, inshallah, you start acting bigger. That's pretty much for this video. If you want to connect with me, you can just message me on Instagram. It's Abs Acquisition. I'll put it like on the screen or whatnot. But yeah, my best to you all, and I wish the best for you all, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Take care, guys.